Now I'm going to show you how to replace the rear brake disc in a Vauxhall or Opel Zafira. This is the same model from 2009 until 2014 and almost the same in too many cars. So if you watch this and you know how to do that, you will be able to do it in many cars because the same principle. The first thing, you need to remove the wheel. And I suggest always to put the wheel under the car, just in case if the car under any circumstance fall from the jack and support, you still have a third thing that can protect it from falling on the ground. Now you need a spanner 13, number 13 and 17, and a ratchet number 13 as well to undo the Callipar bolt. So it's 13 and 17. 17 just to hold the inside nut, and then now after undoing the 13, remove it and do the same for the bottom one, and then you have the Callipar off. We try with a spanner. I try with a spanner and it doesn't work with me, so I bring the ratchet. The ratchet it couldn't work on the top one because there was no room, but on the bottom I was able to fit it. So with the ratchet, but I just need to go under the car to have a better handle of the ratchet. Now it is working, as you can see. So remove that. Now we have to remove the caliper. Please don't mind the background voices with the kids outside. With a large screwdriver and a hammer, I was able to remove the caliper. As you can see. Now still strong, so I have the hammer there, and now I have it off. Now you need to hang this caliper to protect the pipe. You can't just leave it like that. So with anything, with a rope or even with this piece of clean film, I was able to tie it to the car spring and put it away out of my way. Now you need to remove the brake bag. Then after that we have to remove the we remove the screw for the disc. The star head screw was easy to remove, as you can see. And then after that we have to remove the Callipar bracket. The next step is to remove the Callipar bracket. It's the number 18 Torx socket. It looks like a star. Torx socket number 18, and I would spray some W40 or any oil to make it a little bit easier, because you know this part of the brake exposed to dust and water from the road, so it wasn't very easy to undo it, but it's not difficult. Couple of tabs and then you have it. And if you have a longer arm ratchet, it would make it much easier. And some people like the mechanic and professional, they would have the impact. Keep at it like this with the oil and stuff until you have it completely off. Now taking the caliper bracket off, and the disc is coming off as well, because we already undo the screw that's holding it. Put that away, do some cleaning. Clean the brake bracket and the screw holes and the slider bin, grease them, clean the disc rotor as well with the wire brush. Clean everything that you can clean while you have everything up, and it's much easy because you won't be doing this job every day, so there's a good chance that you have it all exposed. So since you do it for yourself, it is a good idea to have everything clean and everything greased nicely, so you have peace of mind for a couple of years at least. See, this is greasing the slider bin. Put them make sure they are moving freely. Do the second one. Spray some grease inside. So this part was done. Now I'm going to clean the rotor where the brake disc will sit. clean any rust or dust that you may see. Brush it off and putting some oil into the trade. Now unpack your brake disc and clean it, because normally the manufacturer have some oily stuff on the new disc, so you need to clean that and remove them, because if you leave them, the brake disc might not work properly and it may slide over the disc and doesn't give you the proper force or brake. So make sure you clean it with disc cleaner or even W40 or any oily stuff, not oily, sorry, any fluid, cleaning fluid. Now replacing the new disc, replace the screw. You always consider shop around before you buy the new disc from your local motor factory. Some of them are very good. They was good for me sometime, even better than the online, but this time I got a quote from couple of shop and there was 78 and 50 euro, the cheapest one in the local shop, but I bought them for 33 euro from online, and they are good brand. HQ is a very good brand, so always consider shop around. Now replacing the caliper bracket. We have everything. We have even the brake pad mounting, as you can see, brake pad mount clean, and we're going to put some grease on it so the brake pad slide freely with no objection, no obstruction. So now we have to compress the piston back so we have enough space for our new brake disc, brake pad disc and pad, because the brake disc, the new one, is thicker, and the brake pad also, the new one, is thicker, so we need more room. So we have to compress it with this tool, rewind it back. To do that, you have to have the brake fluid reservoir open. You have to leave it open, and of course you have to leave your handbrake off. Your handbrake should be off, should be down, and your brake fluid reservoir should be open. Why is open? To give it more room when you compress, because when you compress the oil go up in the reservoir, but there is some air that might make it difficult for you to compress. So when you leave it open, the air will go out and the oil will go up easily, and that will make it much easier for you to compress the piston back. Now we put the brake pad. We have to put some grease. You see some grease on the brake mount clip, and make sure they are sitting on them correct and free from any objection. Greasing them to make them easy to slide, because they're going to slide on this clip. You see, this is a grease, so greasing them before putting them. Yeah, they are on. Now the last thing we have to do here is to put the caliper back. So it should go easy since we compressed the piston already. Really, after tightening these two bolts, we should replace the wheel and the job done. You can do it so quick in half an hour, but I took my time myself because I like to clean everything once I have it exposed. Too many mechanics, they don't do that, because as a mechanic, you for them as a half an hour job or 1 hour job, so they won't spend more than that. But because it is your car, you're going to spend more time cleaning and looking after. Even if you have a cover or rubber missing or something like that, as the owner of the car, you will go and look for it. But the mechanic, most of them, they will not do that. They will finish the job quickly so they can charge you, and you go and they go for the next one. So that's why I like to do this kind of job myself. As long as I have time. Sometimes I don't have time, I have to bring it to mechanic, but if you have time, I think is doable, and I really enjoy stuff like that. Yeah, this guy is just holding the inner knot for me so I can tie the number 13 bolt, and the inner one is 17, so you need 17 and 13, and you also need a ratchet number 13 and a screwdriver, hammer, and rewind or compress tool if you want. Some people do them without this tool, but I prefer to do the tool. The tool is not very expensive anyway, and I have them. Now replacing the wheel, and you have the job done, clean and nice, and you don't need to wait for appointment or anything and bring your car and wait for a call and wait for a bill and all that crap. So the job is done. And if you have a nice garage attached to your house, the job will be even more enjoyable while you listen to your radio or anything like that. You would have this job done, no problem, clean and nice. Make sure you tied your wheel. Job done, well done. Thank you for watching.